There's a topic that a lot of us just kind of push to the side: estate planning. We hear that phrase and we think, oh, that's for super wealthy people, or I'll deal with that way, way down the road. But what if that's a huge mistake? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and show you why having a plan is one of the most powerful things you can do, not just for you, but for everyone you love. All right, to really get this, I want you to imagine a scene. Picture a hospital room. Maybe it's you, maybe it's someone you care about. You're about to go in for a procedure. Could be minor, could be serious. You know that feeling, right? The air is thick and everyone's a little on edge. And then someone asks that question. It just hangs there. And in that moment of silence, you realize nobody knows the answer. Who actually has the legal right to speak for you? Your spouse? Your kids? Does a doctor just guess? And that right there, that's when the panic sets in. It's not because people are unprepared in a bad way. It's because we all live our lives thinking we have more time. We think, I'll sort that out later. But in a crisis, well, there is no later. So what actually happens when there are no instructions? You'd probably think, well, my family will figure it out. But the truth is, kind of shocking. See, if you don't have a plan, that doesn't mean there is no plan. It just means the state has one waiting for you. And this is really the heart of the matter. Doing nothing isn't a neutral choice. When you don't write down your wishes, you're not leaving it up to your loved ones. You are, by default, handing the keys over to the court system. I mean, just look at the difference. It's night and day, right? With your plan, you're in control. You give your family a clear roadmap, which is a gift during a tough time. Without it, they're thrown into this confusing, slow, and expensive court process where a total stranger gets the final say. Okay, I can already hear some of you thinking, but I don't have an estate. That word just sounds so big. It makes you think of mansions and yachts and millions in the bank. We gotta bust that myth right now. Yeah, that's what we all think. But honestly, the truth is, if you're an adult living in the world today, you have an estate. The real question isn't if you have one. It's whether you've got a plan for it. It's actually way simpler than it sounds. Your estate isn't some fancy measure of your wealth. Nope, it's just your stuff. It's everything you own and everything you owe. It's the whole collection of your life's footprint, financially and legally. Seriously, look at this. It's the money in your bank account, the car you drive every day, your furniture, your photos, your laptop. And here's the kicker, it even includes your authority to make decisions for yourself. We all have these things. And that last point, the ability to make decisions, oh, that is absolutely crucial. Because this whole thing isn't just about what happens after you're gone. A really big, and I mean huge, part of a good plan is about what happens if you're still here, but you can't speak for yourself. Think about it. A car accident, a sudden medical emergency. Things happen that can leave you unable to communicate. And then what? Who pays the rent? Who talks to the doctors and tells them what you would want? Who makes sure the lights stay on? A real plan answers all those questions before they even become a problem. And let me tell you, the dominoes fall fast without a plan. If you don't have a power of attorney, your bank can literally freeze your accounts. No one can access your money to help you. No healthcare directive. Now your family and doctors are stuck in this awful guessing game about your medical care. The only way out of that mess, they have to go to court. And that means spending time and money they don't have, all while dealing with an incredible amount of stress. So let's step away from the legal stuff for a second, because this isn't just about documents and courts. Not having a plan has a real human cost. It impacts the people you love in ways that are just devastating. It creates a total vacuum of uncertainty right when they need clarity the most. It always starts with the guessing. Just imagine the people closest to you, already overwhelmed with grief or fear, and now they're forced to argue about what you probably would have wanted. It's an impossible burden. And from there, it gets worse. Because while they're guessing, the practical problems start piling up. The mortgage payment is due, the car payment is due, but the accounts are frozen. So on top of all the emotional turmoil, now there's this immediate financial pressure cooker. And that's the ultimate tragedy right there. You mix grief, fear, and money with no clear instructions, and you have a recipe for disaster. You see disagreements turn into arguments, and arguments turn into resentments that can break a family apart for good, all because there wasn't a clear plan.
Okay, so after laying all of this out, we land on what is, I think, the single most important idea to take away from our conversation today. It completely reframes the whole idea of putting it off for later.
Here it is, the bottom line. Choosing not to make a plan isn't avoiding a choice, it is a choice. It's an active decision to take the default option, and that option comes with some really serious consequences. You're making the decision to let strangers in a courtroom make the most personal choices about your life, your money, and your family's well-being. You're choosing that complicated, impersonal estate plan we talked about at the beginning. You're choosing their plan over your own. So really, it all boils down to this one simple question. Instructions are going to be followed, decisions are going to be made. The only thing you get to decide is who writes those instructions. Will it be you, or will it be a judge who doesn't even know your name? And hey, one last thing before we go. We've talked about a lot of important stuff, and I really hope this gets you thinking. But remember, this is for your information only. It's not legal advice. When it comes to your life, your plan, you should always talk to a pro who can help you with your specific situation. That conversation, that's the first step.